Welcome back to the Silver Lining, where it's no filler, no fluff, but we keeps it a buck. And today I'm going to be talking about the new Common album, the Auditorium Volume 1. This album came out July 12th, 2024. I was really excited about this album when I heard about it. Hearing that Pete Rock was gonna handle all the production, I was excited about it. He's a legendary producer, and I felt like his sound was exactly what Common needed. Because to be honest, Common's last few albums I really haven't been feeling. They haven't been like bad at all. It's just they just been kind of there. They don't feel inspired. They just feel like that's a Common album. It's very little replay value on those last few albums. But this one was good. I was very impressed with this album. Pete Rock gives Common exactly what he needs. He gives him exactly what he needs. The production that he gives and the feel that he gives on these songs is perfect for what Common does. This is LeBron surrounded by shooters. That's what this is. This is exactly the environment that Common needs to really flourish, and he does great on this album. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Talking about some things I liked about the album, it's a lot to love. It's a lot to love about this. Dreamin' was an excellent opener. I love Dreamin'. I love the beat and the feel, and Common is just weaving through these beautiful poetic lyrics about just running into all these black icons in this dream that he has. And so I like how when he references the people that he's meeting, he makes little references about them. So like when he says Jay Dilla, I saw Jay Dilla in The Light. He's making a reference to the song The Light that Jay Dilla produced for him. And what did he say? Biggie told Prodigy to grab the mic. I was shook because ain't no such thing. Because when I touch dreams, they become things. Like when the sun beams, making a reference to the Shook Ones track that Mobb Deep did. He says Sheila E. reminded me about the glamorous life. Like, and he goes through this. Like, he makes little references to the people he runs into. So yeah, I thought that song was really good, really good track. Chi-Town's another song. I liked it a lot. Love the production. Love the Kanye sample on there. And Common is it's just his wordplay on that song is crazy. It's like every other line is a punchline. Now I'm not gonna say every punchline works. Some of them were a little corny, but for the most part, them joints hit. And like I feel like I keep catching new things on that song every time I listen to it. I'll catch a punchline on there. So I love that one. That was a really good song. And the fact that it's a song about relationships and he's hitting punchlines like that just shows how inspired his pen is on that song. And then we have The Man, crazy. I love The Man. That was a great song. And Common just rapping on there. And again, that beat that Pete Rock gives him, it's perfect for what Common's gonna do. And he just kills that song lyrically. He goes, praise and emotion, raised in devotion, the first shall be last, and the days seem to close in. Had to let it go, or in time be frozen. Hip hop is a movement, I stayed in motion. Days get broken into pieces. Sometimes the moment whispers come to Jesus. Procedures of Caesars, they try to seize us. Ease up, don't F with them, cause it's G's up. Like that flow, that rhyme pattern, like Common is just bodying that track, man. I loved it. I loved it, man. That was definitely one of my favorites on here. Then we have Wise Up. Wise Up was fire. That joint was an absolute banger. Just that song, it was the first single, and it just feels like that street banger. That one to let you know that I'm in the building. That's what that song was. I loved it. Loved that beat and Common just flowing. I love that song. That's a street banger right there. Then we have Stellar. And Stellar, it's stellar. Love that song. Common is aggressive. He's spitting flames on there. The wordplay, the rhyme schemes, like he's just bodying that song, man. And that's one of the underrated things about Common, because a lot of times people kind of put Common in that conscious rapper box, and he is that for sure. But Common can get aggressive, and Common can just start spitting, and he did that on there. I love that song. I said I jam on anything I am on. I'm about to blow like I'm trying to get my hands warm. God MC. I came in a man's form. When I return to the dust, it'll be a sandstorm. Like, come on, Common. Let's go. Love that track. Love that track, man. He's just killing that. He said, I serve rappers a la carte. You playing yourself. You should have never got the part. Hip hop is theater. In broad ways, I direct meters of music. I'm the man, I'm the media. Common, man. Killing it, man. And we have Lonesome, another good song. I love Lonesome. I love the sample in that song, and like the sample is catchy. Are you lonesome? Like, you know, it's catchy. And then Common again, is lyrically is on point, is killing it. You know, he's talking about loneliness, places where hurt find its home. Like I'm trying to buy a house, I find myself alone. Like, come on, man, the wordplay, man. Common is killing it, man. Then we have All Kind of Ideas. Love that track. Love that track a lot. I was cool with Pete Rock's verse. It was cool. It was a cool verse. He sounds very much like Rakim on that verse, which may have been intentional because Rakim is sampled. So that probably was intentional, actually, to have his verse sound like Rakim because they sample Rakim's voice. And Common, of course, just kills it. What he's done the whole album, kills it. When the Sun Shines might be my favorite song. It's certainly my favorite hook. The When the Sun Shines Again, we the one, we will win. That hook, beautiful, man. Gets stuck in your head, and the beat, everything about that song comes together perfectly. So yeah, Common is killing it, like he's done all album. You know, when the beef, you don't want beef when the stakes are high. Fire, man. And then the album closes out beautifully with Now and Then. Perfect closer. Common is just in the zone on that song, man. And when you put that kind of production behind him, and he starts spitting those just beautiful lyrics about life and stuff like that, and he's in that zone. And he's given this kind of production. It's just where he shines. This is where Common flourishes, and he does it incredible in that song. Now and Then is a great song. Great song, man. So yeah, man, there's a lot to like about this album, man. I was very pleased with it. I was very, very pleased with what Common gave us on this album. It was really good. It was dope. So getting to a few things I didn't like about the album. We're on Our Way is definitely one that I really wasn't really feeling it. I don't know, it was a little boring for me. It was just real sparse. Lyrically, he's still bringing it, but I don't know, something about the beat really bores me. And I actually think that the pacing of this album had some issues in the beginning because We're on Our Way, and Fortunate I think is a good song. I do like Fortunate, but I don't necessarily like its placement. So We're on Our Way I didn't like. Fortunate was cool, you know, but then it was followed by another song I really wasn't feeling. I think it was called We the People. Wasn't really feeling that one either. So we have like 3 straight songs where like the pacing just started to get a little slow and a little stagnant. And I remember the first time I was listening to this, I was listening to it in the car, and at that point of the album, I remember thinking to myself, like, bro, we need to change the pace. We got to change the pace up, because I feel like right there, it got a little stagnant, a little meh. And I think that having Wise Up come on after that was very much needed, because Wise Up gave the album a change of pace that it desperately needed. So yeah, I think that some of the pacing on this album could have been done better. A God is another track that it's not bad at all. It's cool. Like Common is bringing it. It's kind of a gospel-y track. Like, it's cool, but I don't know. Like bumping the album a few times, that definitely is one of the songs I started to hit the skip button on. It's definitely not bad though. Like, Common is doing his thing on there, but I kind of felt. I skipped it, definitely. As things went on, I definitely skipped it. But that's really it, man. For the most part, everything else on this album I thought was cool. I really, really did. It's a very good album. Common definitely brought. I was really pleased with this album. And like, look, man, I have Common high up on my list. I think Common is in my top 6. What's funny is that him and Lupe, it goes back and forth. Like, sometimes I'll have Lupe 5 and have him 6. Sometimes I'll have, I'll flip it, have Common 5 and Lupe 6. It goes back and forth. But that's how high regard I have for Common. Common is incredible. He's one of my favorite rappers ever. And it was just awesome to hear him do his thing again. This was just awesome, man. So yeah, man, overall, I love the album. Scale of 1 to 10 at Reggie's Reviews. The new name, The Silver Lining. At The Silver Lining. Any album that we give 7 or above gets the stamp of approval. I am absolutely giving this the stamp of approval. Scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to 8.5 out of 10. Really like this album. Really pleased with it. Top 5 tracks for me: Dreamin', The Man, Stella, Now and Then, and of course, When the Sun Shines Again. Love that record, man. So yeah, Common, 8.5 out of 10. Well deserved. One of the greatest rappers ever. Salute. Salute. All right, man. Thanks for watching. This is The Silver Lining. Peace.